could you point to that and then tell the guys, look, let's take it tonight. Like, this is, you can be this good if you do this every night.
I mean, I thought from the 15-11 mark on in the second half, we maybe had 3 good defensive possessions. I just think we wore down and mentally and physically, which was disappointing, and I don't think we put together enough good possessions, especially defensively. The first half we guarded them fairly well. We had them taking the shots that we wanted them to take most of the time. We weren't able to sustain that for 40 minutes. And against a team like Kentucky, you have to be able to sustain that. When they went on their run, we had 2 live ball turnovers, which really hurt us. You know, it was good, but not good enough. I mean, that doesn't get us anywhere. So, when what we need.
When Washington had those 3 dunks in probably 2 minutes time, what were the breakdowns like there? What went wrong?
It's the same breakdown every time. We just picked on it. We had 2 guys going with knocks. We had 2 guys going with knocks. You're in real trouble in post defense if they can feed the ball to the post from above the free throw line. That is like a major, that's like defense 101. The ball should never be fed above the free throw. Like I lose my mind in practice if the ball's fed above the free throw line. Well, all 3 of the passes were fed above the free throw line. So I mean, it wasn't just it was a breakdown up top because you don't have enough ball pressure to be able to feed the ball from up there. We didn't have enough guys in the gaps, and then obviously we had a breakdown down low as well.
You talked about the mistakes. What did you learn about this team last night? Not the...
I don't know. I think we'll learn more based on how we respond and can we, you know, how we can sustain some things and can we learn and get better from the experience. So I mean, last night I learned, we played well in spurts, but we didn't play well enough or consistently enough for 40 minutes. But you have to be precise. You have to have strict adherence to your plan, and we didn't have that. Especially when you play a team as good as Kentucky and as talented as Kentucky.
Wop was saying they have the same kind of length. A&M has the same kind of length. They just had more experience of in Kentucky because they followed Kentucky as a young. What kind of problem?
They're good. I think they're plus 9.5 rebounding wise. They lead the league in assists. They're a good, experienced team. They haven't had everybody together yet. Now they'll get Hogue back for our game. They could have Gilder back. I think it's more of a game time decision. I don't think they'll have the kid Dwayne Wilson, but they'll have at least one of their guards back and possibly 2 of their guards back, which makes them a completely different team. We obviously have very good post players in Davis and Robert Williams. And, I mean, Hogue's a leading 3-point shooter in the league. He shoots almost 50 right at 50% from 3. So he's a tough matchup. They're good defensively up until the last couple games when they've had all these kind of had to rotate some players. They're number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency. So they do a good job defending, making you take tough shots, and they get the ball off the backboards. Not a lot of second opportunities for you.
How are they different when they don't have Dwayne and Gilder? What have you kind of noticed the last couple games?
You don't have Hogue. I mean, Hogue's a big-time shooter. So you're a little light on shooting sometimes when he's not out there. That's what Florida was able to do. Florida just packed it in. They basically played a man defense. It was a zone. And they were just so far in there. It made life difficult for those bigger guys. So, we don't have shooting. You don't have as easy a one-on-one opportunities with the bigs. And Gilder may be their most competitive guy, their best 2-way guy. He really gets after defensively. He's aggressive. I really, really like him as a player. I think he's one of the better guards in our league, just from what I've seen on tape from when he was playing.
You talked last night about needing more guys to make plays. Samp and Sky didn't have the games that they probably would have wanted to have. Was it just missing shots?
It's not even just the making plays. I mean, we got to get, if you're not going to help us like offensively, we got to have production in other areas. Like we had 5 rebounds between our 2 and 3 spots last night. We had 11 rebounds from our 5'9" point guard. Like, that's a problem. And so, you know, I mean, I think we got, between all the guys we played at the 2 and 3 last night, I think we had 7 points and 5 rebounds. You may have to check my stats on that, but I'm fairly certain that's correct. I may have repeated that a few times today. So I'm fairly certain that's correct. Andrew, you may want to double check that.